Hello to Hazel and Simon. This is a video from Zoe about how the Google rankings work and what you can do to improve Simon's Google rankings. Now, as you can see, I am here in the Firefox browser, and we can see I've put Wedding Photographer Derby in. Got 1, 2, 3. These are the paid for ones. Fantastic. After that, we've got 1, 2, 3. And it's Simon Dewey. So that's fantastic. Now, what's interesting is what's going to happen if I change browser across to Chrome. And there's my microphone testing thing. I've put in the same search terms, but here we can see after those paid for results, Simon is actually coming up number 1. Same computer, 2 browsers, 2 different results. How does that happen? Well, the answer is Google is actually following you all the time. In Chrome, I've already clicked on Simon's website before, and Chrome has remembered that I clicked on Simon's website before, so it's bringing me back Simon's website first, saying, well, she liked this last time, she's probably going to like this again. Just putting a search term into Google doesn't actually tell you what the results are going to be on someone else's machine. And the reason it's different across the 2 browsers is that they don't talk to each other. So Firefox doesn't know I ever clicked on Simon's website. So that's why it brings it up further down the list right there. Chrome knows I clicked it, so this is why if you guys click it at home, it'll come up quite high because you're visiting it quite a lot. Now, if we just pop into Simon's website here, beautiful. I like this website, by the way. I think it's very attractive. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right click. I'm going to go view page source. There we go. Here's all the scary stuff. Now, this is actually set up pretty well for the Google results. The really title is very important because Google can't see websites, it can only read them, and it thinks that different parts of the website are more important than other parts. Okay, so where in the title it's got like wedding photographer, yep, that's fantastically important. Derby, fantastically important. Nottingham, fantastically important. So by having that in the title tag, you're telling Google this is like super important stuff, and Google's like, yeah, great, I will definitely take that into consideration when I'm bringing this back in the Google results. So all your fundamentals there are actually quite good for SEO, which is your search engine optimization, which is very good. I had a peek through before, and yeah, the fundamentals are actually they're solid. They're solid. There are a couple of other fairly easy wins that you can get, which a lot of your competitors won't be using at the moment. And I'll show you one of them. If this is very fancy, I'll tell you that, it's very fancy. This unassuming looking website will actually have some useful stuff in it. I'm going through to schemas. Local business. Now, the reason we're here is that this website lets you put information into your website that Google just finds a lot easier to read. It has no brain, so it needs to be told very specifically what things actually are. But on the upside, if you tell it what things are, it believes you. So we actually can pop this straight into the HTML itself. If you use this markup, or if you show to your web designer this markup and say, can you please put this markup into my website, please, you'll be able to do that. So if we go here, we can find there should be no specific types. Oh, specific types, that's fun. Okay, but you should be able to put in things like the address, so Google will have a much better idea of where you physically actually are. If you put in this address, I've just realized this is slightly more complex than I can explain in 2 seconds, which is a bit of a shame because I meant to show exactly how easy it is and how you don't actually have to care that much. But anyhow, the key thing with getting your Google rankings really nice is having a website for a long time, having the content described accurately, and never ever trying to critique Google, because there's like nothing that you can think of that they haven't seen a million times before. Outside of that, no one actually knows how the algorithm really works. It's kind of a 11 herbs and spices trade secret sort of a thing. So if anyone tells you, oh yeah, I know exactly how to bring your website up the rankings, they are actually fibbing, and you should not listen to them, because that is fibs, right? I'm just going to go into view page source again for a second. Description content, this is probably a bit unnecessary. What you've got down here, yeah, a lot of your, actually this is going to take ages if I just scroll through, so I'll go back to normal. You can do this on any website, by the way, that right click thing. Just see how they did what they did right there. Yeah, that's something you can always do. And we reload. Okay, to me, this is a little bit fussy. The bold isn't really working for you. These are quite useful if you linked them, because as far as the Google is concerned at the moment, these are just words. This is just the word Derby, and it's just the word Telegraph. But if you find the article and link to it, it goes, oh look, this is like totally a meaningful thing that I understand now. There are links in this to other things. It's another one of the big things that Google is looking for, how many websites link back to your website, because Google assumes that, you know, if other people think that your website is good, then it probably must be good. So have your outbound links, and try and convince anyone who does media on you to have an inbound link as well, pointing backwards to your website. That'll really help kind of boost you up the ranks right there. Yeah, outside of that, I think this is all very attractive. There's one other thing I was, oh, yeah. Keywords, keywords external tool. You can't see from running a Google search how your Google search is working for other people, but you can use Google AdWords, which is frankly not a bad idea at all, seeing it's where, like, if you've only got a small advertising budget, AdWords is a pretty good place to spend, especially if you've got like a location specific company that you do. I don't have an AdWords account. You can get one. What's the other one? Keywords external. So recently I found out got killed. Keyword planner. Keyword planner. Okay, that's the one. Oh, any commercial operations that say they can tell you like what your ranking will be in Google, yeah, they're fibbing, because that's actually information that only Google knows, and they're not telling anyone, yeah? So what you want is the keyword planner. I think I've got access to that. Keyword planner. Or not. Okay, it's taking me back to AdWords. Let's see what happens, shall we? My computer is like super slow at the moment. Loading, loading, loading. There we go. Yes. So you can see the types of things that we can do in here. This will tell you how different types of keywords are ranking, which is really handy. I kind of assume that's cool. Right, so you can see what will work for you by monkeying around in here, which is not actually what I was looking for, but it's still really useful. I assume you guys are already using some kind of analytics. Google Analytics is actually really quite good. There are others that cost money or don't cost money. Source, let's go for Yeah, there we go. So, right, so you've got a Google Analytics account. Good work. That is a clever choice that you've made there. Now that you've got the Analytics account, you can have a look through that, see like what keywords are even bringing people to the website, and if there are some that are really consistent, you can go to AdWords, pay for them. No shame in that. It's a fantastic idea if you can possibly afford it. But yeah, that will pay for AdWords only influences the paid results though. So that's those ones which are at the top of the ones in the box, right? These the hang on, no, that's wrong. It's the ones down here, but they aren't even there. Where are the paid results? That's crazy. Oh, it's sorry. Do you know why they're not there? It's because I've got an ad blocker on this machine. Right, okay. Forget, this is a terrible example. I have the ability to block all the advertising, which is why I can't see any, thus actually disrupting your business model. But very few people can be bothered to do what I have done and block all the adverts. So I'm recommending that you pay for something that would have absolutely no influence on me making a buying decision. Yeah. Oh, you've got Google reviews. That's very good. Fantastic. Oh, look at that. That's some good ratings. Good ratings also puts you up the Google results. I wonder why you don't have any. I think you need some more. You need a larger number of reviews. If you can convince any of your previous clients to review you on Google, that's great, because I believe the number is actually 10. Like, once you go past 10 reviews, it'll show the star rating, but because you've only got 3, it won't. So anyone you can convince to give you a review, even if, like, maybe they thought you were worth 3 stars or something, is actually really good, because everyone likes to see a 5-star thingy bob right there. Okay, hopefully that's some use and not incredibly super confusing, because I didn't want to super confuse you, but please ask me any question about any of the things I've said if it was confusing, which I'm now quite convinced it will be. Outside of that, good luck. Your photos are super fantastic, and I hope you get lots and lots of business real soon. Bye!